So there are two main parts to this project. Here's the soil moisture sensor made from a couple of 4-inch nails. These are a bit close together actually. They work better if they're further apart. And those are connected to a microbit. They're connected between pin 0 and ground. Green and black leads there go to the nails. It's blue there because we're using a common ground. We've also connected the servo that operates the pump to ground on the microbit. The pump is a simple, cheap servo that rocks an arm backwards and forwards. We've used the handle of a milk carton here to act as our arm, and it'll scoop some water out of a reservoir and eventually tip it into the soil. It's just being tested. So getting the angles right on the servo takes a bit of time, so that's something the learners will have to experiment with. There's an awful lot of sort of experimentation, trial and improvement that goes on. Here you can see the pump actually watering some soil. The code, there are two main, there's the main program, and then there's a function that's called, if the soil is dry, that operates the servo, and that will provide water to the soil. So the soil sensor is just pushed into the soil, and a reading is taken. In this case, we're getting a reading of 305. Gives a little graphic as well. That means the soil is dry. It's compared against a default value, which we've set as 200 by experimentation. And so because the soil is too dry, then the pump function is called and the pump is activated, and we'll water the soil. Connecting the servo, we needed a little bit more than 3 volts for the servo, so we've added an extra 3-volt battery pack, connected that in series to volts. The positive side, the positive lead from the servo goes to the positive of 6-volt battery pack. The negative wire from the battery packs has to go to ground on the microbit, and then the control lead in this case is going to our pin 1 on the microbit. That's the output to control the pump. And so once everything's wired up correctly, it should work very well. And so once the soil has been watered, the pump will be switched off and everything is fine.